All right, next up, I'm pleased to welcome Alyssa Greene from Communication and Journalism, presenting on UW-Eau Claire and the Something New ASB Domestic Intercultural Immersion.
All right. So when we all hear of a spring break trip, we think of like the beach or, maybe someplace warm or maybe even just home. But what about like a place like Clarkston, Georgia? That's kind of an odd place. My name is Alyssa Greene, and I'm a social work major working for the Communication and Journalism. And I did my research on the alternative of spring break trip to Clarkston, Georgia. We focused on EDI initiatives. These contain equity, diversity, and inclusivity. The University of Wisconsin wants to let students gain experiences and, have an integrative learning experience. So through that, they offer different spring break trips. One is our trip, and it is offered through recruitment or Nicole Schultz's communication and journalism class. She incorporates integrative learning, which has three aspects. One is the connections to experience. The second is connections across disciplines, and then the transfer between contexts. So what this means is basically we want to give the students a positive experience, and then they bring it back, and they use it in their everyday lives back here at home. So what did we do? So on the way down, we stopped in Springfield, Illinois, and St. Louis, Missouri. They got to explore different areas and different cultures and try different foods. And then we went down to Clarkston, Georgia, where we stayed a week with about, I would say, 24 other individuals. We watched documentary on refugees and immigration, and we focused on going to different cultures, trying a lot of great different food, and then we also went and toured Atlanta, got to go about our own, and then we also had a learning experience, the nonviolence training during Martin Luther King Jr.'s time of the civil rights movement. This allowed students to act as different aspects of human rights and civil rights when it's portrayed. It's just a way of handling it. So then we went down to Selma, Alabama, where we had a history tour with Joanne Bland about our history and the civil rights movement, and then the slavery reenactment, where students got to participate. My research created a pre- and post-trip survey. These students got to see the values of different cultures. So I asked three questions. I value my learning in new ways to communicate with other cultures, and the numbers went up. The students agreed. Interacting with people from other cultures is a rewarding experience. The numbers went up from 22 to 24. I value my relationships, the ideas belonging to different cultures. So that was another question. And the numbers went up. So these included from the students and from their ideas.
I'm curious, before people went on this trip, was there any kind of preparation?
In Nicole Schultz's class, there was preparation. So I did two different types of surveys. I did one just for her class and one for a general population. So the one in Nicole's class was able to get a kind of a feedback on human rights and stuff like that. And then the general population, there was only one other student that went on it previous years. So they were able to, they didn't experience a lot. And I find the numbers went up from two. I went to the positively agree, so they went up from just sort of agree or maybe disagree to extremely agree. So they went up, and it actually improved their experiences, and they're still talking about it to this day.